Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. You are listening to Pod Studio, the place where we talk about life, language, and everything in between. I'm Alex, and as always, I am joined by my good friend Emma. How are you today, Emma?
Hi, Alex. I'm doing great, thank you. I'm really happy to be here in the studio today. The weather is a bit gray outside, but our topic today is so interesting that I think it will brighten up the day for our listeners.
I agree. Today, we are talking about something very deep, but also very common. We are asking the question, why is everyone searching for meaning? It sounds like a big, difficult topic, doesn't it? But actually, it's something we all think about when we drink our morning coffee or when we look at the stars at night.
Exactly. It's not just for philosophers or professors. Searching for meaning just means asking, why am I doing this? Or what makes my life feel important? For our English learners listening today, this is a great topic because it helps us use words about feelings, goals, and our daily lives.
That's right. We want you to just relax, maybe go for a walk or sit down with a cup of tea and just listen. You don't need to worry about difficult grammar rules right now. Just try to follow our conversation and enjoy the flow of the language. It's the best way to learn naturally.
And before we start our main chat, I just want to say thank you for choosing Pod Studio. We love having you here with us. If you find this helpful, feel free to tell a friend later. But for now, let's just dive into the topic. Alex, what does searching for meaning actually look like in real life?
Well, Emma, I think it starts with a feeling. You know that feeling when you have a good job, you have a nice house, and everything seems fine, but you still feel like something is missing?
Oh, I know that feeling very well. It's like you are checking all the boxes. You finish school, check. You get a job, check. But then you sit on your sofa on a Sunday evening and think, is this it? Is there more to life than just working and paying bills?
Exactly. That something more is what we call meaning. It's the why behind our actions. I read a story recently about a man who was a very successful lawyer. He made a lot of money, but one day he quit his job to become a teacher. People thought he was crazy.
Wow, that is a big change. Why did he do it? Was he just tired of the long hours?
He said he felt empty. That's a good word to use here. To feel empty means you don't have any joy or purpose in what you were doing. He said that when he won a big case in court, he didn't feel happy, but when he helped a child learn to read, he felt a spark. That spark is meaning.
I love that. A spark. It's like a small light that turns on inside you. So searching for meaning is really about finding what gives you that spark. But why do you think everyone is talking about it so much lately? It seems like every book, every podcast, and every video on the internet is about finding your purpose.
I think it's because our lives are very fast now. We are always on our phones. We see what everyone else is doing on social media. We see people traveling, eating amazing food, and looking happy. It makes us pause and ask, wait, should I be doing that? What is the point of my life?
That's a good point. We compare ourselves to others a lot. Sometimes I see a photo of someone hiking in the mountains, and I think, maybe if I go hiking, I will find meaning. But then I go hiking, and my legs just hurt, and I want to go home.
I've been there too. I think that's a common mistake. We think meaning is a place we go to or a thing we buy. But really, meaning is more about how we connect with the world. It's not a destination. It's more like a way of traveling.
Oh, I like that. A way of traveling. So it's not that I find meaning when I arrive at the top of the mountain. It's more about why I decided to walk up the mountain in the first place.
Exactly. For some people, the meaning is the challenge. For others, it's the quiet time in nature. You mentioned purpose earlier. That's another word we hear a lot. Purpose is like a goal, but a goal that helps other people or makes the world a bit better.
So, for example, if I am learning English, like our listeners, my goal might be to pass an exam, but my purpose might be to talk to people from different cultures and understand them better. Is that right?
That's a perfect example, Emma. Passing the exam is the what. Understanding the world and making new friends is the why. When you have a strong why, the what becomes much easier to do. Even when the grammar is difficult, you keep going because your purpose is bigger than the grammar.
That makes so much sense. I find that when I have a reason for doing something, I don't get tired as easily. But Alex, what about people who are just busy? You know, parents who are working, cooking, cleaning, and looking after kids. They don't have time to sit and think about the meaning of life.
That is a very realistic point. And actually, I think those people often find the most meaning even if they don't realize it. Meaning doesn't have to be a big, poetic thing. It can be found in small daily things, like making a healthy meal for your family or helping a friend who is having a bad day.
So, meaning can be found in the little things. We use that phrase a lot in English, don't we? The little things means the small, ordinary parts of life that actually matter a lot.
Yes, exactly. In fact, if we only look for meaning in big events like a wedding or a promotion at work, we will spend most of our lives feeling bored or empty because big events don't happen every day.
I had an experience like that last week. I was feeling a bit stressed about work. I felt like I was just typing on a computer all day and not doing anything important. But then, on my way home, I saw an elderly woman struggling with her grocery bags. I stopped and helped her carry them to her door. It took 5 minutes.
And how did you feel after that?
I felt great. I felt like I was a good person and I felt connected to my neighbors. For those 5 minutes, I wasn't thinking about my boring emails. I had a purpose, to help that lady.
That is a beautiful story, Emma, and it shows that meaning is often about connection. Connection means feeling linked to other people, to nature, or even to a hobby you love. When we are alone and only thinking about ourselves, it's very hard to find meaning.
I agree, but let me play devil's advocate for a second. That's a funny expression, right? To play devil's advocate means to take the opposite side of an argument just to see if it's true.
Yes, I love that expression. Go ahead, play devil's advocate.
Well, some people might say, why do we need meaning at all? Why can't we just enjoy ourselves? Why can't we just eat good food and watch movies and relax? Isn't that enough?
That's a fair question. And of course, enjoying life is important. We should definitely eat good food and relax. But there's a difference between pleasure and meaning. Pleasure is short. It feels good while it's happening, like eating a piece of chocolate cake, but then it's gone.
And then you want another piece of cake.
Exactly. Pleasure is like a circle that never ends. But meaning is different. Meaning lasts. Even when things are hard, if you have meaning, you can keep going. Think about someone training for a marathon. Running for 4 hours is not pleasure. It hurts. But it has meaning because they are reaching a goal and pushing their limits.
So pleasure is about feeling good in the moment, but meaning is about feeling right in the long term. I think I understand. It's like the difference between a snack and a healthy dinner. The snack is tasty for a second, but the dinner gives you energy for the whole day.
That's a great way to put it, Emma. You're getting really good at these metaphors.
Thanks, Alex. I'm trying. I think this is why so many people are searching for meaning now, because we have so much pleasure. We have Netflix, we have fast food, we have games on our phones, but we still feel like we are starving for something deeper.
Starving for something deeper. I love that phrase. It's like our hearts are hungry for something that the internet can't give us. And I think this is why many people are turning back to old things. Have you noticed how many people are starting to garden lately, or learn how to knit or bake bread?
Oh, definitely. My sister started making her own bread last month. It takes her hours. She has to mix it, wait for it to rise, bake it. She could just buy bread at the store in 2 minutes.
But why does she do it?
She says she likes the feeling of the flour on her hands. She likes the smell of the house when the bread is in the oven. She says it makes her feel grounded.
Grounded. That's a fantastic word for our listeners. When you feel grounded, you feel calm, stable, and connected to the real world. You aren't floating away in your thoughts or your worries. Making bread is a very grounded activity.
Yes, and at the end, she shares the bread with us, so there's that connection again. She didn't just buy a product, she created something and shared it. I think that's a big part of the search for meaning, being a creator, not just a consumer.
That is a very important point. A consumer is someone who just buys things or uses things. A creator is someone who makes things. And humans are natural creators. Whether you are creating a garden, a painting, a family, or even just a good atmosphere at your job, That creates meaning.
I think this applies to language learning too. When you first start learning English, you are a consumer. You listen to us, you read books, but when you start to speak, when you write a comment, or when you tell a joke in English, you become a creator. You are creating a bridge between yourself and another person.
I couldn't agree more. And that bridge is very meaningful. It's not just about the words, it's about the humanity behind the words.
You know, Alex, sometimes people look for meaning because they have had a difficult time, like losing a job or ending a relationship. It's like the old life is gone and they have to find a new reason to get up in the morning.
That's very true. Sometimes we only start searching for meaning when things go wrong. When life is easy, we don't ask many questions, but when we face a challenge, we have to look deeper. There's a famous saying, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger."
I've heard that one. It's a bit of a cliche, isn't it? A cliche is an expression that people use so much that it's almost a bit boring.
It is a cliche, yes, but cliches are usually true. When we go through a hard time, we often discover what is actually important to us. We filter out the things that don't matter.
Filter out, like a coffee filter?
Exactly. Just like a coffee filter keeps the grounds away and lets the good coffee go through, a hard time filters out the junk in our lives, like worrying about what shoes we are wearing, and leaves the important things like our health and our loved ones.
That's a very positive way to look at bad situations. I think that helps people feel less afraid. If you know that a difficult time might help you find meaning, it's a bit easier to handle.
Definitely. Now, I want to ask you something, Emma. Do you think everyone finds meaning, or is the search the most important part?
That's a tough question. I think maybe it's a bit of both. If you think you have found the meaning of life and you stop looking, maybe you become a bit closed-minded. I think meaning changes as we grow.
I think you're right. What was meaningful to me when I was 20 is very different from what is meaningful to me now. When I was 20, meaning was about adventure and traveling to as many countries as possible.
And now?
Now, meaning is more about my community. It's about being a good neighbor, being a good friend, and doing work that I'm proud of, like this podcast.
I feel the same way. At Pod Studio, we always talk about how language is more than just words. It's a way to understand how other people see the world, and that gives me a lot of meaning. Knowing that someone in another country is listening to us and feeling a bit more confident in their English, that's a great feeling.
It really is. So, for our listeners who might be feeling a bit lost or who are searching for their own meaning, what advice would we give them?
Well, I would say don't look for one big answer. Don't wait for a lightning bolt to hit you. Just look at your daily life. Where are the moments when you feel a little spark? Is it when you are cooking? Is it when you are talking to your grandmother? Is it when you are solving a problem at work?
That's great advice. Follow those sparks. They're like breadcrumbs on a path. If you follow the small sparks, they will lead you to a more meaningful life.
And also, be patient with yourself. Searching for meaning isn't a race. You don't have to find it by next Tuesday. It's a lifelong journey.
A lifelong journey. I like that. It means we have plenty of time to explore. And also, don't be afraid to change your mind. If something used to feel meaningful, but it doesn't anymore, that's okay. It just means you're growing.
Exactly. We are like trees. We have to grow new branches every year. If a tree stopped growing, it wouldn't be very healthy, would it?
Not at all. Now, Emma, we've talked a lot about the personal side of meaning, but what about the everyone part of our topic? Why everyone is searching for meaning? Do you think society as a whole is changing?
I think so. In the past, maybe people found meaning mostly in tradition. They did what their parents did. They stayed in the same town. They followed the same rules. But now we have so much choice.
Choice is good, but it can be overwhelming, right?
Yes, overwhelming is a great word. It means when there is too much of something and you feel like you can't breathe or think clearly. Because we have so many choices today, where to live, what job to do, what to believe, we have to choose our own meaning. No one gives it to us anymore.
That is a very big responsibility. In the past, your meaning was often just to survive and take care of your farm. Now, we have to invent our meaning. That's why I think there is so much anxiety today. People are worried they're making the wrong choice.
I feel that anxiety sometimes. I think, am I doing the right thing with my life? Should I be doing something more important?
But then I remembered what we talked about, the little things. If I can be kind today, that is enough meaning for one day.
I love that. Kindness as meaning. It's so simple, but so powerful. You don't need a PhD or $1 million to be kind.
Exactly. And you don't need perfect English to be kind either. You can help someone or smile at someone in any language.
That's a very important point for our listeners. Sometimes we feel like we can't be ourselves in a new language because we don't know all the words, but your character and your meaning come through even if you make a mistake with a verb.
Absolutely. Your humanity is louder than your grammar. I think that's a good thing to remember.
Well, Emma, we have covered a lot of ground today. We talked about the spark, the little things, being a creator, and feeling grounded.
We really did. It's a lot to think about, but I hope it was helpful for everyone listening. It's a topic that doesn't have one correct answer, and that's the beauty of it.
Yes, and it's a conversation that can continue. Maybe our listeners can think about what gives them a spark today.
I think that's a lovely idea, even if it's just the way the sun looks through the window or a nice text message from a friend.
Well, I think we are coming to the end of our episode today. It's been a really special conversation, Emma. I always enjoy our chats here at Pod Studio.
Me too, Alex. It's very meaningful to me. See what I did there?
I see it. Using the vocabulary in real life. That's what we want.
Exactly. It was a very natural way to use the word.
It was. So before we go, let's just take a moment to reflect. Searching for meaning is just a part of being human. It's not a problem to solve. It's a journey to enjoy.
Beautifully said. And to all our listeners, thank you for letting us be a part of your journey today. Learning a language is a big task, and we're really proud of you for sticking with it.
Yes, keep going. Every word you learn is a new way to connect with the world, and that, in itself, is full of meaning.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Pod Studio. It was a bit deeper than usual, but sometimes it's good to talk about the big things in life, don't you think?
I definitely think so. It makes the learning more real.
Well, I'm off to go find some meaning, or maybe just a nice cup of tea.
Why not both? You can find meaning in the cup of tea.
Good point. I will try to be grounded while I drink it.
Perfect. Well, goodbye, everyone. Thank you for listening.
Goodbye. See you next time.
Take care and keep practicing.
Bye-bye.